Hey, what's up, gentlemen? Chris here with Elite Level Leader, and welcome to the Battleground. In today's workout, I've got a 5-round total body workout for you, and it starts off with 6 Renegade Rows. So I'm gonna head back here. I'm gonna grab 2 dumbbells for this. So relatively light on these because you're gonna be doing a push-up and rows. So I'm just gonna grab a couple of 30s for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and set these on the ground. Now, the Renegade Row is basically a 3-step movement, and we're gonna do 6 of those today. Basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get down into a plank position. From this plank position, you're gonna do a push-up from those dumbbells, press out of there, you're gonna row one side, place that down, and then roll the other side, and that completes 1 rep of a Renegade Row. So first off, I've got these dumbbells down on the ground here. When you wanna get into this plank position, you wanna make sure that your shoulders and elbows are all in line with your wrist here, so everything is straight up and down. We don't wanna be behind the dumbbells or over the top of those dumbbells, so nice straight up and down, everything is nice in alignment here. Now typically, if you're gonna get into a push-up position, your feet would be together, you'd be in this nice plank position, making sure that your hips aren't sagging down or piking up. What I want you to do though is I want you to widen out that stance on here, because what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna be doing a push-up, and then you're gonna have to row the left dumbbell or the right dumbbell up, depending on which one you start with, to your right hip, and then the left one to your left hip. So you have to kind of shift your weight a little bit to make sure that you can kind of place the weight on one side and then row with the other one. So you want that wide stance. So we're gonna go ahead, make sure everything is in line here, get that wide stance in that plank position. We're gonna go into a push-up. We're gonna press out of that push-up. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shift all of my weight over to the right hand. So basically the left hand is free here. I'm then gonna take that dumbbell, row it back to my left hip, all the way down. Now I'm gonna shift my weight over to the left side and then pull up that right dumbbell, roll that back to my right hip. Push up, press, row, row. Completes 1 rep. Push up, press, row, and row. So you're gonna end up doing 6 of those Renegade Rows. Then we're just gonna go into 18 body weight or air squats. So nice typical squat stance foundation here. Want to have your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart here, toes pointed out slightly. What's going to happen is you're going to hinge at the hips, start to send that butt back, knees are going to bend, keeping that chest up, head up the entire time, shoulders back. As you start to squat back and send that butt back, knees are going to start to bend, and make sure they're tracking out over those toes, they're not caving inward. Keeping that chest up the entire time till you go down to full depth, which is butt down below knee level. From this position, you're going to stand fully upright, opening up those hips at the top and bringing those knees back. All the way down, all the way up, making sure that those knees are tracking out over those toes and not caving inwards. Keeping that chest up, sitting back in that squat, going down to full depth. We're gonna end up doing 18 of those air squats or body weight squats. After you completed 18 of those, now we're gonna go into 6 dumbbell thrusters. So I'm gonna lighten up the load a little bit on these dumbbells. You're gonna need 2 dumbbells for this. So I'm gonna send these back here. I'm just gonna lighten up a little bit here, just down to some 25-pound dumbbells. I'm gonna set these down on the ground while I go over some of the proper movements of the dumbbell thruster. So basically the dumbbell thruster, you're gonna have 2 dumbbells up here in the front rack position. From here, you're gonna go down into a full squat. Once you're in that full squat, then you're gonna come up out of that squat, and at the same time, you're gonna press those dumbbells all the way up overhead. Then you're gonna reverse that by bringing those dumbbells back down, all the way back down into that squat. So it's one fluid motion of these 6 dumbbell thrusters. I really want to emphasize that it's one fluid motion. What we don't want to happen is to have these dumbbells in that front rack position. You go into that squat, you stand up and pause, and then you have to do a strict shoulder press to press those dumbbells up overhead. Also on the reverse, I want to make sure that as you bring those dumbbells down, you don't just come to your shoulders and then do a squat. It's one fluid motion. You're actually using the power and strength of your lower body to generate the momentum to get those dumbbells up overhead, so you don't have to do a strict press. So as those, and then also as those dumbbells are coming down, you're going into that squat. So you should immediately have those dumbbells in that front rack position about the time right when you hit that bottom of that squat. Also, as you're coming up, once those hips are open up to full extension there, those dumbbells should all the way be up over top. So grabbing these 2 dumbbells here, get them up in that front rack position. Nice squat stance here, so feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart, chest up, shoulders back. Now I'm gonna go into that squat, and then I'm gonna explode out of the ground and press those dumbbells all the way up overhead. So full depth squat, and then press all the way up, then all the way down, all the way up. Now you notice it's one fluid motion on these. I'm not pausing at any moment, just maybe a second at the top there to then reverse that squat. So you're gonna go ahead and on those dumbbell thrusters, you're just gonna end up doing 6 of those dumbbell thrusters. Then we're just gonna go into 18 basic jumping jacks. Now everyone remembers what a jumping jack is. So feet are together, hands are by the hips, hands are gonna go up over the head, legs are gonna come out. So 18 of these jumping jacks, touching the hands at the top. You can either touch the hands on your hips or go behind your back and touch your hands behind your back. You're gonna go ahead and do 18 of those jumping jacks. And then you're gonna go ahead and rest for 1 minute. And that completes 1 round of this workout. And like I said, guys, we're gonna end up doing 5 rounds of this workout today. All right, guys, that is your workout of the day. I'll see you right back here in the battleground for your next workout. And as always, make sure you check out EliteLevelLeader.com for more training programs and to enlist today.